Fei Xin Force. Yep, there's so many different names and so many people that get... Good Lord Almighty, but I'm telling you what, I'm gonna try my best. So people be offended if whatever, I'm Asian, I can do that. Welcome back, everybody. This is another anime review from the Isekai podcast. This is Jim Jam here, and I got another one from the fall 2025 season. Another one being another anime for you. It is a long-running anime now. This is the 6th season that I'm talking about here. Part 1, technically. Part 2 has been announced, but it is Kingdom. Yeah, that's it. Really simple name and really simple concept. It's from the Three Kingdoms era of China. So it's anime, Japanese anime based on Chinese history. As you can see behind me, we are deep into the later seasons of this show, and it is so good. And I got to say, the animation style has picked up from the first season. If you've watched the first season, please power through, because that computer-generated garbage was horrible throughout the first and second season, but luckily they came up and got a budget, and it's so good. Very much a historical military. You see the giant battle type squadron based battle style from the historical parts of the Chinese history. I said that already, and I don't know if there's any other anime that has depicted that so well. I like the fact that they give you background on the different formations and be like, oh, in this kind of case, they go ahead and do this and that. And it's so doggone bloody and gory and so specific and great. And then there's so much like subterfuge. Like you kind of know who's going to win, but you kind of don't, which is very interesting. So the country of Qin, I hope I'm saying that right, is the main character. The whole country is the main character. The protagonist of this story. I don't actually know the real history, the correct history of China back then. I've heard many times, and of course most of us have seen a lot of the animes that are based off the Three Kingdoms. Heck, I even watched a mini Chibi Gundam version of it, which was pretty doggone good. So I'm glad they're keeping this to mostly historical fact as far as I'm concerned. I hope some of these characters are at least in the history books. Maybe it's like our Billy the Kid and Wyatt Earp type deals where they've been so fantastically over-exaggerated over time. They're mere myths now, like not a Poseidon, Odysseus or Achilles or something, Hercules, whatever. But I assume that statistical fact is here, and for the rest of this review, I'm going to go ahead and stick with that, okay? Fine. This is my show, so I'm going to do that way. Okay, so basically we have the main character, of course, it's Jin. Nailed that. Leading his troop of Fangxi Shangshu, probably said something wrong there, Fei Xin Force. Yep, there's so many different names and so many people that get... Good Lord Almighty, but I'm telling you what, I'm gonna try my best. So people be offended if whatever, I'm Asian, I can do that. So, man, a lot of names. Okay, so Zhang is there. He's the emperor right now. He sends out a full-scale army led by Wang Jian, and the three upstarts, Wang Bin and Meng Ten, along with Jin, lead their armies as part of the big army. And then we have the mountain lady, which I forgot her name, is there too, along with that scoundrel Wang Yi and his bandit of mercenaries that go in and just pillage everything. But it's interesting to see all those past storylines and characters coming back. Yes, with the mountain lady and the mountain people are helping the main Qin force now, which is so very interesting. And then Wang Jian is the main leader of all of it. As you can see behind me, the mountain people are going nuts. And main thing, just to cut ahead, is that there is another mountain tribe. Well, yeah, it's not too surprising, but the opposing force, led by Li Mu, has a mountain tribe of their own, which is very, very interesting. But there's the overall point of this part of the season is that the Qin army is going against Li Mu and, oh my God, what is the country name? I don't know. Anyways, let's see. The Zhao. There we go. Zhao. Okay. Taking on Zhao. Also, it was interesting to see right off the bat that Li Mu visited Qin and talked to Zheng and tried to get the whole entire thing squashed, but it wasn't going to work. Must unite all the kingdoms. As we know, the end of the story, it's super spoiler alert if you didn't know now, China's one big country. So somebody won. We got to figure out who. I kind of want to go back and do the history of this whole entire part of the history, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to let this anime play itself out. If it ever ends before we figure it all out, because it's taken 6 seasons just for I mean, no borders have really changed. There's no country that's been taken over by another one. Somebody has to be taken over at some point. Who's going to be first and last and all the different things? And that's very interesting to me. And then overall, my main question is, what's going on outside of these kingdoms? Nobody's trying to invade. No Russia or whoever's underneath China trying to invade. They're just letting them all fight it out. I always wondered about that. It's like, how did nobody try to come over and take over those parts there? And what was the Great Wall of China built? Demons, we know. It's called The Wall. Starring Good Will Hunting. I forgot his name. Can't remember names. See, I'm messing up. Okay. Another thing that was very surprising at the very beginning is the Fei Xin Force is trying out new recruits and adding to their team. So we got a lot of newbies that came in. Even in the 6th season, they left a big old mark. Once again, I forgot their names, but the new guys, hopefully they stick around long enough to survive. They survived a couple of fights already at the beginning of the season, and then throughout these first few episodes of part 1, technically. Looks like there's going to be a sequel. Spoiler alert. It's so good. The nerdy stuff I like, the attention to details, so many different characters, and they all have backstories, which is really great. Wang Ben is an asshole, but we still like him anyway. He made a name for himself. I wonder how many of the 3 are going to go in and end up being a general first. They're all fighting for it, like Main Ting. He's not that great of a fighter, but he is a great strategist, right up there with Zhao, which is interesting. So he's like his own strategist, even though he's the captain of his platoon. I don't even know what it's called again. I keep forgetting that because it's very interesting how this whole entire thing works. Guang Li did not have a standout like she did in the previous season, so hopefully we get to see her fighting and her dance style type thing, or maybe even some more backstory from her. Is she going to kill another one of her sisters or something like that? Interesting how that's going to work out. But there was lingering fallout from when she killed the one guy in the Zhao army. So we'll have to see how that works out, and if they get retribution on her. She took some of them out, but that was a good little nugget from the previous seasons, which was great. I wonder how the Mountain Army people will fight against the other Mountain Army people. Who's going to end up winning there? That's very interesting. So very interesting. Okay, so not a whole lot of overall plot movement in this whole entire thing. The Qin army has penetrated the Zhao kingdom for the most part, so we're building up to a very big fight now. I'm hoping Li Mu dies. Fine. Respectable guy. Cool. He still needs to die. He's going against Zheng, and I don't like it. And a lot of people like, oh, the emperor of Zhao needs to die. He's a jerk. He just needs to get taken out. Matter of fact, you know what? Don't kill Li Mu. Go ahead and keep him alive. Bring him make him another general of Qin. Torture him, whatever you got to do. Bring his people on. I actually kind of hope his little subordinates end up living, even though they're not going to, as we already know. But the emperor needs to die. If you don't know anything about this season, you'll see the little snippets from him. The emperor of Zhao, he's a jerk. He needs to go. I'll just say that right now. Hopefully he does not make it past season 7, part 2. Season 6, part 2. Whatever, the sequel to this season. However they're breaking it up. I don't even know how that works now. I don't know where the meta change, where like 13 episodes of a season is part 1, and then you got part 2. It's like, who's coming up with this? Because some seasons are just 13 episodes. Some seasons are 20-something episodes. I don't understand. But either way, just keep putting them out on a regular basis. Hopefully we don't have a huge gap like we did in Kingdom season 3 and 4. I don't even remember. There's a huge gap definitely between 2 and 3, or 1 and 2. I can't remember now. But we're all the way into season 6. They've been coming out steadily. Hopefully we get some more King Li action, and Zhao comes up with some kind of strategical overwin so that the Fei Xin Force gets the notoriety that they need, and Xin needs to kill a general. Yep, he definitely needs to kill a general. I can't wait till that battle comes on, because he's got Qi Wang's poleaxe, so he needs to be able to use that. That'd be great. Need some movement here. We've had a little stagnation over the last couple of seasons as far as accomplishments by Shin. And Wang Bin, fine, whatever. Go ahead and get him a little accomplishment too. I like to see them fight right up until the end, until one of them is general, and then they just kind of conscript the other ones to be like their secondaries or whatever. That'd be kind of cool. Also, I would like to see somebody in the Fei Xin Force besides Shin and Quan Li stand out. That'd be great if there was like a second overall person. Also, who else needs to die? Yi Wan needs to die. Those guys are a bunch of jerks. Okay, they're on the right side, but I don't like how they're doing things. It's kind of messed up. Okay, so officially, let's give this 10 pole axes out of 12 for how great this season was. Even though it's losing 2 because of how slow it's going, which is okay. It's just slower than it's been so far. It's like one of these kingdoms needs to go down. It's 6 seasons. I don't even remember how many years now. It's going on 10 years, and we're still at 7 kingdoms. I don't understand this. It's literally called Kingdom, and they're trying to unify it. They unified it like 4 seasons. They put out the plan to unify it like 4 seasons ago, and they still haven't. Good googly moogly. Okay, that's it for now. Yeah, I just need some more movement. I'm getting kind of frustrated. All right, this is just taking too long. One of these kingdoms has to go down or something before this show ends. All right, that's the biggest issue. We want a kingdom to go down at least before the show comes to an end. How about that? Okay. Studio pros, studio signposts, whoever's making this whole entire thing. Producers, but Avex Pictures, writers, somebody, one of y'all people get on this. Yeah, something like that. Okay. All right, that's it for now. This is Jim Jam with Is It Isekai Podcast Anime Review. Spoiler warned. You've been warned and spoiled. That's it. Bye.